In this lesson, we will learn how to work with dates in Python. Python is having various modules to work with date, time and calendar. So let us understand them with examples. If you want to work with dates in Python, we have the date, time and calendar modules. With that, we can easily manipulate date and time. You can format dates easily, get specific values from a date. Like if you want a specific month, a week or a specific day, you can easily do this with Python. With that, you can also compare dates. So we have three modules here: date, time and calendar. So let us understand them one by one with examples. The first one is date time. It is used to manipulate date and time, like getting the current date, fetching month, fetching week, etc. So these are the classes available in the date time module. Okay. To get the date time, that is the combination, the difference between two dates or the time zone. So here are some examples of the DateTime module. After completing these examples, we will see some examples of the time as well as calendar module. So let us start with the DateTime module. So here is our PyCharm. We have already created the Python DateTime project, and within that we have added various examples for DateTime, time and calendar. We will first see the DateTime. So here we are getting the current date and time in Python using the DateTime module. We have already seen in the modules lesson that how we can import a module. So here we are importing the DateTime module for our examples. Okay, this is an alias. That is, we don't need to write DateTime again and again. We can directly write DT now. You can also add D here, but we have added DT. AS is an alias. So here I'll use DT only. So to get the current date and time, we have directly printed it. You only need the now method. Okay. So just write datetime.now and it will give you the current date and time. Here it is, the complete date and time, date and time. Here is the time and here is the date. Similarly, we can also get only the date using the same DateTime module. Okay. And within that, we have used the date class of the DateTime module. Here it is, class date. So a module can have various classes, obviously. So we have used a specific class date to get today's date. I'll run it. It will only display the today's date. The next example, get today's time with the DateTime module. So similarly, we have used the DateTime class from the DateTime module so that we can use the now. Okay, we will get the DateTime.now here. This will include both date and time, which we saw in the first example. After that, using the time method, we will only fetch the time. Here it is, the time is visible, only the time, not the date. Now the next example, we are getting the weekday. Okay, so for that, first we'll use the now method to get the current date and time. After that, a result will get saved under D. We have taken this D and used the strf time with the format %a so that we can get the weekday in short. So what does that mean? Let us run. So weekday in short means today is Sunday. In short, it is SUN. So we write the days and month in short form also, like for Monday we use MON, for Tuesday we use TUE. Similarly for Sunday we use SUN. So it is showing weekday in short using the %a format code. This is called a format code under the strf time built-in function. The next example, we are getting the weekday complete. The same example, we have the date and time here using the now function. This result is taken here using the strf time and the %a format code. We are printing the weekday incomplete. So today is Sunday, so it will print Sunday complete. Okay. The next example, get the weekday as a number. So here we have taken two objects, DateTime objects, D1 and D2. First we'll include the current date and time and we will get the weekday as a number using the %W format code. And within that, we have also used the second date object to add our own date. Okay. So I have added a random date here. So weekday as a number, same format, and it will print the weekday as a number. So let's see the output to understand. Weekday as a number is 0 and weekday as a number is 3 for the following. That means today is Sunday, so Sunday is for 0, Monday will be for 1, Tuesday will be for 2 and Wednesday will be for 3. So this date is 3. That means the following date is Wednesday. We can check 11th March. 11th March, here it is. 2026 was Wednesday. Okay, that's why it has printed 3. So we got weekday as a number. Now get the day of a month in Python. For that we have used the same DateTime node now and a D1 date object. Within that we have used the strf time, so that using the %d format code we will get the day of a month. Like the previous example, we have added the current date and time, and here we have added a random date. Okay, let us run. Okay, so here it is, day of month 15. Today is 15th of March. Okay, and here the day was 11th, so it is printing 11th. So we got the day of a month in Python. The next example, okay, get the month name in short, the same format. Okay, using the DateTime.now we got the current date and this is a random date. These are the date objects. This is the strf time method and %b is the format code for getting the month name in short. So month name in short means March, MAR for March and FEB for Feb. So this is 11th Feb. Okay. Get the month name complete, the same code here, but the format code will be %b in caps. Okay, you can see the same code, the same objects D1, D2. Okay, strf time is used and the format code is %b in capital. So we will get March and February complete name. That is month name incomplete. The next example, display the month as a number. So here we have used %m. The format is same, the same import date time, current date and time and the random date and time. Two date objects D1 and D2 and the strf time method to get the format code. Format code is %m to display the month name as a number. So the month name in March, that is the current month is March, is 3 and for February it's 02. The same is visible here. Next code, display year in Python, that is short. Okay, the same code, now a function for the current date and time. This is a random date. Two date objects, the same strf time and the format code changed to %y in small. 26, that is 2026. If I'll go to the next code, it will be display year in Python, that is complete. So what is the difference here? The format code will change to capital Y. Here it is. That is here. It's capital Y. Rest everything is the same. Two date objects, date time module. One is the current date and time. This is the random date, strf time method and %y. Now it will be completely visible 2026. The next code, display R in 24-hour format. The same code, to get the R we use the strf time and the %h in caps to get the R. That is %s in caps for 24-hour format. Okay, the same date objects D1 and D2, the current date and the random date. So this will display R in 24-hour format. So the current time is 16:02, that is 4 PM, 2 minutes. So it's showing 16. For this it was 17:20, that means 5:20 PM. So it was showing 17. So this was in 24-hour format. In the next code we have a 12-hour format, the same code, but here from %h we will add %i to get R in 12-hour format. So the current time was 16, that is 4, so it will show 4 here for the current. And here the time is 17, that means 5 in 12-hour format, so it will show 5 here using the %i format code with the strf time method. Here it is 4 and 5. For 16, that is the time here is 4 PM, 15 March, so 4 PM, 4 PM is visible 4, and for 17 it's 5, so 5 is visible. So we got R in 12-hour format. The next code, display whether the date is AM or PM in Python. For that, we have the same code, two objects D1 and D2. Here we have the current date and time. Here we have a random date, and we have used the strf time with the date object, and the format code here is %p, so that we can get whether the date is in AM or PM. The current time is 16:04, that means it's PM, and here it's 5, so it will be PM only, both PM and PM. Okay. The next code, display the day number of an year. The same two date objects, current date and time and a random date and time. strf time is the method and the %g is the format code. Okay. This format code will allow us to get the day number of year. So for the current date, it's 15th March, so 74, and for 11th Feb, it was 42 days. We use the %j format code. The next code, get the week number of year in Python. So for that, the same code. For week number, we have the %u format code, and we have added under strf time for current date here and for a random date here. Now we have the week number of year 11. This is the 11th week, that is 15th March, and this was the 6th week for 11th Feb. Okay, next codes are for time module. First we'll complete the date time. So this is the date time module, last example. Here we are comparing two dates. Okay, first we added a random date using the date time module. Okay, that is the following. So we have used the date time method. So here we have created two dates. We are comparing the dates, which date is greater. So I think the following is greater. This is August and this is July. So here we are just using if loops. If it went to else if, it meant that date 2 is greater. And if both the dates were equal, it would have gone to the else condition. That's it. Right click and run. Here date 1 is greater. As I said, it's August, so it is greater. Now we are done with all these codes for date. Now let us go to the time module. We have to use the time module, that's it, to get the today's time or the number of seconds passed since epoch. So let's see these two examples. So this is the example, get today's time with the time module. We have used the time module. We have imported it, import time as t. You can add anything here for an alias, and as is an alias as I said before. So now we will use t only with the local time method to get today's time. Within that we have added the time method also, and the result is printed. So only the time should be visible. Here the time is visible in a structure. Okay, showing the date also. Okay, with the number of hours, time, second. The next example, get the number second passed since epoch. Epoch is a Unix timestamp which was created or demonstrated or declared in January 1970. This is the time. So this will calculate the current time with the epoch time, that is January 1970. We have the time module, and we have added this here so that we can output the t.time. This is the time since epoch. It will calculate the difference. Here it is, the time since epoch. This is the second since epoch. So we saw the time module also, and we saw these two examples. Now let us go to the calendar module, in which we will display the calendar of an year, and we'll also get the calendar of a specific month. Let us see the examples. So here is our example, display the calendar of a year, import calendar. We have used the calendar module and we have added an alias using AS. So we need to only use C now. Within the calendar method, we have added the date so that we can get the calendar. So let us see. Okay, so this is the format of the complete calendar. Now you would be wondering, what is this? So here we have the format for the calendar. First is year. Then you need to add the width. After that you need to add the line and then the column. So this is the width of characters, that is here. Okay. The second one is number of lines. We have added 1. And the 10 here is column separations. Okay, I'll show the difference. If let's say for the first one, if I'll add 5 for the list of characters, you can see the difference here. I'll right click and run. Here you can see the difference is massive. So we can change it to 0 only. Now for the second one is the number of lines. So if I'll add 5, you will see the difference here. 1, it's fine, but let us see to understand. Here you can see 5 lines after each row, which is not right. So I'll add 1 only. The last one is the column separation. It's 10. That is the following 10. But if you want to change, you can add it here. Let's say I'll go for 20 and run. And you can see massive differences. Here is the difference 20. So I'll keep it 10 only. So in this way, we can get the calendar of an year. The next code, get the calendar of a month. For that, we have used the same calendar module and we have added a specific year with a month, and using the month method, we have added the year and month so that we can get the March month of 2026, the current month for us. Here it is, the March month. Okay. So we saw the calendar module also. So guys, we saw how to work with dates in Python. We saw the date, time, and the calendar module with various examples. Thank you for watching.